Arizona boasts some of the best hunting in the nation. Trophy elk, incredible mule deer, and the ever-elusive desert bighorn sheep are sought out by hunters every year. But hunting has a problem. Across the nation, numbers of hunters are declining at an alarming rate, and Arizona is not much better off. Of the estimated 5.5 million people here, less than 100,000 are licensed to hunt. To help stave off this decline, the Arizona Game and Fish Department began a series of small game camps for new residents.
The small game camps are designed to introduce people to camping, hunting, and the great outdoors.
At the camp held west of Phoenix at Robbins Butte, people were given the opportunity to hunt dove, rabbit, or quail. At other camps, participants could opt for squirrel and other small game. Regardless of the animal pursued, the goal was the same.
The people at this event should leave here knowing that they can go out and do their own camping, shooting, know the animals that they are hunting and the other animals that are in the area. They should know how to take care of the animal once it's downed and even some cooking techniques. For this camp at Robbins Butte, we had about 47 people come and camp out.
Well, my son just turned 13 last month and he got a shotgun for his birthday, and it's time to start teaching him how to hunt. Best father-son activity there is.
Department personnel were on hand to teach the basics, including how to pitch a tent.
I can't even believe the way my sister goes camping, and her version of roughing it is black and white TV.
The first night featured Dutch oven delicacies.
Oh, look at that. You want it?
No.
Followed by an evening around the campfire getting basic instructions and meeting the fellow campers. And of course, what camp out would be complete without a burnt marshmallow or two? And then it's off to bed. Morning comes very early in the outdoors.
It's fun to sleep out and watch the stars. I go camping with my dad and sometimes my stepmom and my brother and sister. And sometimes we go to the rim. Altogether,
there were 40 volunteers and employees at the camp. It takes a lot of manpower and a whole lot of energy to put something like this on. The department certainly can't put on these types of events without help from a lot of kind-hearted, generous volunteers.
Chandler Gun Club has been involved with family outdoor opportunities for many years, and we always like to be involved with new and exciting programs such as these small game camps. We've been involved with many activities like this, like the Juniors Only Dove Hunt, which we've been doing for 16 years now, and we kind of do this same type of event for that too. Have our volunteers and family members out cooking and just getting people into the outdoors. Getting families in the outdoors and getting families to grow closer in the outdoors is very, very important in today's society when we have video games and computers and so many distractions. Just getting the family outdoors so they can be close, and camping and hiking and, you know, archery and camp, and even the small game hunting that we're due out here is very, very important.
American Fire Equipment really stepped up to the plate by generously donating money for all the food, licenses, and stamps for every hunter at this camp.
I'm a transplant, and my biggest fear was learning how to hunt in Arizona, and maybe we're going to have some of the same people here today. It's a different type of hunt out west, especially if you have a lot of folks that move here from you know, the eastern states. Hopefully, a high percentage. They're just looking to learn how to hunt.
As the sun cleared the last mountain, campers were greeted with the aroma of pancakes and eggs. Volunteers from the Chandler Rod and Gun Club were on hand to act as chefs, greeting each blurry-eyed camper with a smile and a welcome cup of hot coffee to ward off the morning chill.
We enjoy cooking. You know, we have a saying around Chandler Rod and Gun Club: where there's food and fun, you'll find Chandler Rod and Gun Club.
No.
You want two?
No, just find one.
Okay.
That early morning wake-up call came a little too early for some of our younger campers. Well, at least they were the ones who would admit it.
6:40.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know, I wake up at 11.
And others simply crawled back into their warm sleeping bags.
I woke up at 4, but then I went back to sleep and then we woke up late.
We heard that we were supposed to wake up at 6 and we were supposed to hear like a bell or something, and then she sat up all of a sudden at like maybe 7:10. She's like, "Gotta get up." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
With a full belly and adventurous spirit, campers gathered for final instructions.
We're just going to go over a few of the safety rules. We don't want anybody hurt. You are dealing with firearms, so we'd like all the guns to be empty and the actions are open.
Hunters were divided into groups of 3 to 6 hunters based on which animal they chose to pursue. Each group also had a mentor from the department.
We were looking for quail, doves, and rabbits. Quail's easy because I've hunted them before.
I carried the shotgun, but sometimes my dad did a little bit.
I've been out here before, but it was neat to take my daughter out here and get her started. It was her first time out here.
Well, it might have been neat, but what father isn't just a little nervous seeing their daughter carrying a loaded firearm for the first time?
Yeah, that was a little nervous since it's her first time. Keeping her pointing that barrel in the right direction. She did great. She learned a lot about gun safety. She used it out there on the trail. I was pretty proud of her.
Bird hunters experienced both pass-by and hunting behind Mark's German short-hair pointer.
I liked it. It was fun. We did a lot of walking. It was just kind of disappointing because we didn't get anything. But it's like I like the area it's in and everything where we went and stuff. It was good.
And we ended up going where there was a lot of dead plants on the ground. So everywhere we'd walk, it would crunch. So I think we scared out all the birds instead of flushing them. So we didn't see anything except a bunch of sparrows and a couple of songbirds.
Good girl. One drink. One drink. Hold on. One drink.
So, Mark, where are all those birds?
Well, this area gets hunted really hard. It's been hunted. Phil was saying the last couple of weeks there's been a lot of people in here hunting, particularly since the dove season reopened. So these quail have been hunted since October, mid-October, and the doves as well. The dove season opened September 1. So these birds have been shot at quite a bit, and they get spooky, and we just, we didn't walk the right strip this morning. So there's birds down here. We saw birds last night. We'll just have to keep trying. We'll find some birds today somewhere.
We did see some quail and dove, but they were out of where we were supposed to be shooting. And we learned what Passover shooting was. I never even heard of that until I came here. It's pretty interesting. It probably would have worked better if we came out earlier.
We actually had a lot of fun, but we didn't catch anything.
It's not about the hunt, it's about spending the time out here.
From the sounds of it, all the hunters had a good time. Before leaving, the campers were asked for their reactions.
We've gotten a lot of really good comments about these camps and how successful they were, how much fun everybody had at these camps. Everybody left having the personal success of knowing that they did something on their own, whether it was going out and hunting, taking care of the animal, pitching a tent, or helping cook breakfast or lunch. But everybody left feeling very successful.
And the volunteers and employees who helped serve at the camp?
When you listen to other people's interview, especially the kids, and their excitement, it makes every one of us volunteers and employees feel that we've really made an impact in their life, and it will help us to do these camps in the future.